Heavy rain across northern and central Australia is now moving towards the east and will impact flood-affected parts of Queensland and New South Wales in the coming days. First, let's have a closer look at where this rain has actually originated from. And with the satellite imagery here, we can see the remnants of ex-tropical cyclone Diane moving through northern parts of Western Australia on Sunday and then into Monday morning, pushing into southern parts of the Northern Territory. We can see here areas of cloud associated with heavy rainfall and thunderstorms, and it is across a fairly remote part of Australia, but over the next few days will push into more populated parts of the southern Northern Territory and from there across the eastern states. There is a severe weather warning current under all that thick cloud with rain and thunderstorms, so let's have a closer look at that warning now. And we can see here a severe weather warning is current for heavy rainfall that covers the areas to the northwest of Alice Springs and also to the north of Uluru, so it does cover a number of remote communities through there. Heavy rainfall totals over 6 hours could exceed 50 millimetres, bringing flash flooding. But heading into Monday night, areas of heavy rainfall will gradually start to ease and transition into showers and thunderstorms, which may be heavy at times over the next few days. So let's take a closer look at a day-by-day basis. And for the rest of Monday, we can see the remnants of ex-tropical cyclone Diane, represented by this low pressure system here. And from that, there is a surface trough which extends all the way back into western parts of Queensland. It is dragging a lot of wind and moisture into the system, and through the rest of Monday, we'll see those showers and storms building across much of the territory and into tonight, gradually easing across the Western Australian side of that warning area. And then heading to Tuesday morning, showers, rain and storms do build across Western Queensland, pushing into central parts, and by the evening, pushing all the way down into northern parts of New South Wales. Heading to Wednesday, heaviest rainfall is expected across southern parts of Queensland, particularly through the southern Darling Downs and into the northern rivers of New South Wales. It is moving through quite quickly though, and so by late Wednesday into Thursday morning, those showers and rain will gradually clear from northern New South Wales. And for Queensland, showers and rain gradually contract northwards later on Thursday. So having a look at those 24-hour rainfall totals on a day-by-day basis now. And for the rest of today, we see heavy rainfall associated with that low pressure system, particularly within that severe weather warning area, to areas to the west and also to the north of Alice Springs. If we add on another 24 hours of rainfall, we can see heavy rainfall extending through much of the Southern Territory and into southwestern parts of Queensland. And we could see those accumulated rainfall totals over 2 days reaching in excess of 50 millimetres. And then on Wednesday, that's when we're expecting the heaviest falls through southern Queensland and northern New South Wales. You can see here a real focus about southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. We could see those accumulated rainfall totals exceeding 100 millimetres. But there are a few things to note from this map here. First, through Western Queensland, we can see that rainfall accumulations are not uniformly distributed, and that is going to be dependent on where we see that surface trough. We are expecting the heaviest rainfall to be south of the surface trough, but that could shift slightly further north or slightly further south. But this is something our teams will be keeping a very close eye on, and also heavier falls are more likely to be seen with those thunderstorms coming through, so it will depend on where they do form. So what does this all mean for flooding? First, across the west, there are a number of flood watches current, and these cover large parts of desert Western Australia and also into the Northern Territory. Through these areas here, we may see roads being cut off by heavy rainfall, and communities and homesteads may become isolated for an extended period of time. So do check for the latest road conditions before you head out. And across Queensland and New South Wales, we of course do have a number of flood warnings current. This is from last week's rainfall. Looking inland, we do see significant flooding continuing, and we do have major flood warnings current. These include for the Thompson, Barcoo, Georgina and Warrego rivers. Closer towards the east, we do see a number of flood warnings still current. In southeast Queensland, there is a flood warning still current for the Mary River, and in New South Wales for the Guada and Namoi rivers. But with more rainfall to come, this will fall particularly across flood-affected parts of outback Queensland, which are already being heavily impacted by this flooding. Additional rainfall could cause small renewed creek and river level rises, and in some parts may prolong some of those flooding impacts. So it is important to have the latest information for your catchment, because this map you see here will change and become quite dynamic over the next few days. So if you are across northern or eastern parts of the country, particularly across flood-affected parts of Queensland and New South Wales, there is more rainfall to come. Make sure you have the latest warnings and information from our website or app. Follow us on social media, and as always, please stay safe.